All right. Hey there. Thanks for joining us. This is the Talk Shop interview panel session. My name is Robin Miletus. I'm a retired criminal investigator, and I'd like to introduce Heidi Gruss and tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, so thanks, Robin. I am a licensed mental health therapist. Currently have my own practice, but was introduced to this business when I was working at a private nonprofit corporation by my former boss, actually, and was taught basically how to create an income off of redirecting my everyday expenses. So for me, trying to balance a 40 plus hour a week job plus maintaining a household, raising 3 young girls. This just seemed like something I had to do to create more income, but also to help me create more balance in my life.
Love it. Shelley Goudreau.
Yeah, so I am an educator. I am a reading specialist for a public elementary school. I've been in the business for 5-6 years now. I started with a product. I learned about a product that I was told would help me with my skin. At that time, I was having psoriasis issues, and I ran it by a pharmacist friend who I learned his whole family was taking the same brand. So I knew it was great because I truly trusted him, and being a pharmacist, I knew he checked his labels. And then a few months later, I was at a family party, talked about this product, and I learned that there was this website that I could purchase it on, but also with this website I could invest in. And in doing research, I learned that in investing in this website, not only could I earn on that product, but my everyday spending, I could now convert and redirect to this website and really create an investment for my future. And as a mom of 3 kids, college, ding, 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 and even teacher retirement in Rhode Island right now, with teacher retirement, it's only 30% of your salary. So when you think of what you're making now and then retirement age making only 30%, I knew I needed to do something. And with this platform, it's based upon what I'm doing anyway, and it complements my daily life. So, for me, it's been such a gift to my family. It continues to grow every year. The company is amazing, and it just has so much to offer.
That's excellent. Yeah, so I learned about the shopping annuity just because I was trying to learn Facebook and I wanted to start a blog. And the rest is history. I learned about it. I went and met with the woman who introduced it to me. And I think the next day I registered my shop site, and now I just shop from myshop.com and redirect my money, and I'm getting paid for my spending, and we're building equity.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So yeah, so what would you say, how would you describe the shopping annuity? People say, it's not a common term. It's, so people are like, what is a shopping annuity? What are you doing?
I get that all the time.
Yeah.
And what I think what people don't realize is they're already doing what we do to do this business. They just don't have a business in place, right? So if you think about the shopping annuity as a leveraged revenue stream, so it's not just trading your time for money, it's creating a leveraged income, right? But it's fueled by the money you're spending on everyday expenses. So those regular household budget items, your groceries, your, personal cosmetics and things you use for hygiene, travel and, just regular everyday things. So to grasp the concept of how it works, I typically use the example of how we earn rewards points from our credit cards. So everybody uses a credit card, and everyone gets that every time you swipe the card, the credit card company pays you a certain percentage back in points for that transaction. So a similar transaction occurs through the shopping annuity, except the return that we get on every transaction is paid by wholesalers and familiar franchise stores, your Home Depot, your Walmart, your, typical grocery stores, things like that, right? And all of that money, the return that you earn, is compounded in an annuity-like fund, which pays the consumer, the shop owner, like me and Shelly and Robin,
Mhm. Yeah.
on a weekly basis. That's it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Absolutely. It's just taking your everyday spending. And where a traditional annuity, you'd be putting money in every month. With this, it's just taking your everyday spending and that money's rolling into it. And it's creating this leveraged income, like you said, that compounds for your future.
Right. With traditional annuity, it requires discretionary income. Like you need to have money left over after you pay for all those budget lines. You know,
Mhm.
shopping annuity, it's just, I love the way you say it, Shelly, like you're recycling your money.
Yeah, it's based upon your expenses. So, you're not coming up with more money or extra money, it doesn't cost anything financially. It's just rolling into or rolling those expenses to recycle it,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly. But even just for an example, the other day my husband came into me and he said, I need to buy some WeatherTech mats for the car. And he said, do you have a store? And we already understand, it's already natural for us to say, okay, let's check our site for our store. And we got them at such a reduced price. So not only are you capitalizing on your spending, but you're finding the best deals. And you're also learning all sorts of different stores that carry so much more that want to pay you. I keep saying, let them pay you. And it's pretty neat. One of the things that I find people question is whether or not it has the same pay structure as like a multi-level marketing, if it is a pyramid scheme. And I like to answer those questions because people often don't know what a true pyramid scheme is. And unfortunately, home-based businesses have that just that stereotype, because back in the 70s when they were established, many of them were pyramid schemes, and there may still be some that are. I don't know, but if you're paid for just recruiting and you're paying for just memberships and you do not have products or services to sell, you might be a pyramid scheme. And what I try to teach people is that this here is product brokerage. It's internet marketing. That's all we have. It's all based on products and buying and selling and just capitalizing on that. As far as
Robin, we don't have levels either, and you're talking about this where, in typical like a pyramid or some of those MLMs, there's percentages where you're accumulating just portions of people, and there's a lot of recruiting and earning just portions where it's horizontal, but no one's income is leveraged with each other. Like in our company, what's different, with you bringing this up, is we're earning 100% of all investors within our networks. So 100% of 100% of 100%. There's no watering down with this. And we're not recruiting horizontally. It's a vertical model. People are investing and we're earning 100% of each other. And that's where we're so unlike other, that pyramid type idea. We're so far off that, it's incredible. And there's really no other business like it out there. It's pretty remarkable.
It isn't. And just to say, like, so the multi-marketing level businesses, they're not all scams and they're not all pyramids.
Oh, no.
Some of them, they have really good products most of the time. The problem is people do not succeed in them because of the particular levels of their pay structure. Their compensation structure is very flawed. So you'll find people that stay because they love the products and they want the discount. So yes, they have products, they have to sell products or whatever. So I wouldn't say it's a pyramid, but the pay structures are often not that great. As far as pyramids go, that's illegal. That's another whole ball game. You don't have a product, you don't have a service, you just have a recruitment scheme going on. So I think it's important for people to understand that, because when they are presented with certain opportunities, they're going to, some people just turn away when it's like, wait a minute, you don't know what you're just turning away from, especially if it's something like investing in a product brokerage company, investing in a shop.com where you are capitalizing on everything you buy, and
So fortunately, we have a lot of great systems in place with our company, and it's been on the Better Business Bureau with an A+ rating. People can research our report cards. We've received many accolades, as a growing company. And it all started in his garage, which is pretty neat. It's pretty neat that we're categorized right with those Airbnbs and, what are some of those other
Uber, Facebook.
Uber, Facebook. So
Yeah.
it's, like we're in a true class of its own.
Yes.
And I have to say that if this past month or 4 to 6 weeks hasn't taught us anything, it's that none of us can solely rely on one type of income flowing into our house.
That's right.
Look at how many people right now are without an income. Look at how many people have also redirected so much of their spending to online because they can't get to a physical brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So imagine, how they could have been accruing a massive return on all of those transactions.
Yes, and even those people who have professional businesses, like traditional businesses now, and they have their own shop franchises as well. Like, think of salons. These salon owners now are not losing money because they have another business through their motives business, or so they're helping their clients digitally with everything. And then it's incredible. You have real estate brokers who are incorporating services from their business, their shop business. There's a whole finance division. There's a whole web center division. So you have a lot of people that are implementing a lot of the services and products into their traditional businesses already, and creating a shopping annuity from their personal spending. So it's
absolutely. So another question I know that I get all the time too is, we've talked about what the shopping annuity is and how it's different than other businesses. But one of the questions too is, how are we really embedding this? How do we embed this in our daily lives? Like, we all have professions, we all have kids, we all wear so many hats. And you touched on a great point, Robin, where you talked about like salons and realtors, and we've got gyms. We have so many amazing partners because businesses can double dip. So if you have a business like a salon, or if you're a makeup artist or salon, you're always referring products anyway. So with our company, we offer a online mall where we have this products that they can use, products that they would be offering anyway, but now they can earn additional income or another stream of income from what they are recommending from their clients. And their clients can still use the site to earn too. So that's one way I know that businesses are embedding it. But even within our own households, Heidi, you could speak more from the business perspective for sure. But for me, it's just truly going back to the simplicity of this all. It's buying my own hand soap, laundry detergent, my skincare, my dog treats. It's just buying my basics. It's not going anything outside of the box. It's going to my basics, my everyday weekly expense list, and just redirecting it to my own portal. And just by doing that, as a mom of 3 teacher without a business, there's been so many rewards. Heidi?
Yeah, and then as a health professional, we do have an industry for licensed health practitioners, where I can now bring my practice into this business as well. So while we all have household items that we're buying, think about, as a business owner, other expenses that you may have, right? So I'll just give one example. The other day I was meeting with one of my clients, and she's complaining about not being able to relax right now with, all of this additional stresses that we're going through related to the coronavirus. And so I said, well, I have a nutraceutical that I would recommend to you, and I can have that drop shipped right to your house, right? And this is all through my business, that I'm able to make this recommendation and offer her a pharmaceutical grade nutraceutical that is going to help her feel better, right? So I'm doing a better job as a practitioner, offering her wellness solutions so that she feels better. And then I have the shop.com side of the business where I can redirect, my, office purchases through Staples, and Office Depot and Office Max. And then think about like business travel. I can't tell you, every time I have to travel to a conference, my hotel, my airfare, my offsite parking, my rental car, like all of that, all of those dollars are redirected through my shopping annuity, and they're offering me a return. They're paying me a return.
Yeah.
So it's just, to me, it's like a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't
And the
you?
thing about it too is financially, it's not costing more, as I mentioned. And as far as time, the time is simply saves time for me, where I'm shopping online anyway. So now, the time that I'm using to shop online is paying me back as well. But then the other time that I embed in my day is sharing with others. And many times I do that while driving in the car on the phone, and it's simple, that one-on-one marketing. We are, when we go to CVS and different stores now, we're not, we don't just stand there, and just pick something. We usually go for something that someone recommends, so that kind of innately occurs with it too.
Mm-hmm.
And Robin, how do you do it? I mean, you've got the boys, they're in a ton of activities. You're always posting things online about different partner stores that you find, and, these exclusive products and things. Like, how do you do it in your household?
It's so easy for me. Now, I used to be a huge Amazon junkie because it was easy. I get my shipment in 2 days, and I just started to expect that. So I didn't, I'm saying, well, how am I going to break away from that? And Amazon is a great company. They do their own thing. However, I can't own a piece of it, and they're not paying me to shop there. So it wasn't hard at all. And I thought it was going to be tricky, and it really wasn't, because I used to always shop at stores anyway. So now I go directly to the stores, or I go directly into my store and say, what do we, again, and I post a lot because I'm trying to teach people how simple it is. You're shopping, and you're shopping for points, and what place is going to pay me the most in those points that are going to be converted into income? Who are you? And that's where I'm going to buy my product, because I look at it as a business now, my shopping. It's so easy. Just the other day, my husband came in. He wanted to buy WeatherTech mats for our truck. And he's like, where should I go? And we just did a simple search. He couldn't believe the price we got. And it was at Bed Bath & Beyond, of all places, like, holy cow, I didn't even know they had WeatherTech, and at that price, we used a 20% coupon. It's all about, we're so aware, every purchase, I've said this before, is so meaningful, because we are aware of our outgoing money, and now we are, of course, aware of our incoming, but we want that to boomerang, So if my shopping, how simple, I mean, really, if my shopping can boomerang some money back into our pockets, that's paying for our car payment, that's paying, I mean, anybody would, I post a lot about the higher earners, because I want people to not have a limiting belief on what they can actually earn, what their potential is in business, in the online space, in shop.com. But there are people who would just be happy making $300 a week, $300 a month, $600 a month, pay that car payment, pay that mortgage payment, pay
I agree.
the tuition,
And what's so great about it is, I'm sorry, Robin, I was just going to say, what's so great is people can make their individual goals, like, you're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. There's always a support system to help you get to wherever you want to be. So whatever the income level is, it's so great.
And that's what I wanted. And I think that people are looking for something else. And the beauty of it is, Shelley, is just what you said, is you can this is actually an opportunity where you can create an income that's exceptional, or just bare minimum, whatever you want, and it's, the opportunity's there. It's just all about opportunity and hope. Everybody has hope, and the power to be able to increase their household income if they want to.
Absolutely. So I guess, one of the questions I get asked too is, what are the characteristics needed, to build a shopping annuity? What are those, and I always say, definitely, like, if you're open to possibilities, open-minded and coachable, ladies, what can you add to that?
I think that you really, in business, like, I look at it as a business, so in business, I think you just have to have one quality, and that's to be a listener. Because if you can listen to somebody who needs something, and you can provide that with a mechanism you have in your business, So if I have somebody who is talking to me about something, I probably can provide something that's going to give her or him the result that they want in this huge umbrella of a business that I know.
And you do so great with that.
It's so easy. So I mean, if you're a listener and you like to help people, I think that's really it. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be an expert. You don't have to have a background in business. I certainly didn't. And it just.
And I think that's why we're all here, because we see the need, as Heidi said, you know, like in the last couple of weeks, you know, we've seen the importance of additional stream of income and seeing so many friends and family struggle and, you know, the country struggling as a whole with income. And this is just something that gives power back to the people. You know, it's powered by people. You know, there's so much to be learned just with the annuity itself. But outside of that, I think we can all agree that we have, you know, like a family that's forming where there's a support system and, you know, there's a friend, and there's so much personal growth and learning that comes with it as well. But yeah, so much to offer, you know, so definitely, you know, like if you are open-minded and you shop, if you wash your hands and wash your hair and shower, you know,
You'll be a star.
Want to get more information, right? Who want to see in more detail all of the things that we've alluded to here, because you know, we obviously in a short interview panel can't get into all the details, and nor provide you with all the visuals that are really helpful in seeing this business come to life. We have arranged for a follow-up on Monday evening, where we can register you to attend a live business presentation, so you can get more details and ask more questions too. And how you would go about registering for that is to follow up with the person who invited you to this interview panel here, and make sure that you're there, you're with us.
Well, and I want to just add to that, Heidi, because some people might be watching a replay to that. So if you are watching a replay that someone forwarded to you, and you know, we may not have a Monday schedule at that point, but just contact the person who reached out to you and shared this with you, because they can certainly provide you with extra information. Yeah. So
this was great.
Thank you for
out. So I think it's
together and collaborate. And, you know, I wish everyone out there watching that I wish them well, and, you know, we'd be happy to share for sure. It's a gift.
Sure.
Too. We'll be back with more info.
Yeah, we'll be back with more info.
Maybe we'll show the bloopers.